I am a freshman in high school. A 14, 15-year-old freshman in high school who is going into a new realm of life. A new world to where there is a abundance of different personalities, individuals, opinions, beliefs, a whole new adventure, a whole new experience, a whole new scenery, a change of scenery, right? This 14, 15-year-old is walking into those doors as a new person, but they walk into this new walk of life with confusion. And with confusion comes fear. And what do they fear exactly? They're fearing just the new life, right? They're fearing and how people will treat them, look at them. Look at this 15, 14-year-old freshman. They fear, he fears, and they fear about, how their personality will blend in with the rest of the school and their classes. How will they be able to adapt to a new environment, to classes full of 30 plus individuals, to find a way to make new friends and relationships, to maybe even meet a girl, meet a guy. This 14, 15-year-old was about to walk into a new world, a new path. But see, this is the thing. This freshman was very talented at football, could sing, could dance. They had a personality, but they still had fear. They feared the things I told you that they feared. But I think the number one thing that they feared the most was not meeting their full potential in high school. They feared that they would not be able to achieve their dreams. No, mind you, this freshman, he had goals to get college scholarships for football, to be in the varsity choir as a freshman, to make, maybe get in their first relationship, maybe, meet a bunch of different people, get cool with their teachers, principals, counselors, professors. And oftentimes fear always lived in their heart, because of the fact that he wanted these things badly for his life, but at the same time, he didn't know how to approach it the right way. And a lot of times that fear kept holding him back. Fear from even like football. Though he was probably the most talented player in high school, fear held him back from being on varsity his first year as a freshman. It held him back from getting the playing time he wanted. It held him back from being on varsity choir his freshman year. It held him back from meeting his true potential. But this freshman had all the potential in the world. So why was fear the main factor that took away his confidence? Because his fear made him silent. His fear made him not want to be outgoing. His fear took away from what could have been his freshman year. See, that's what fear can do to you. I gave that example to introduce the topic of letting go of your fear. And a lot of times, fear is the number one thing we have. It's not fearing God, but it's fearing the world. It's fearing what's going to happen the next day, right? It's fearing what, tomorrow may bring, but it's also fearing of our own selves and our own abilities. Because if we have fear, there goes our confidence. And if you live in fear, you will continuously live and struggle. Because in this world, you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. In this world, you're going to have to get out there, and you're going to have to create relationships, and you're going to have to throw fear out the window, right? You should not be afraid, right? The Lord talks about not being afraid, for he is with you, for I am always with you, right? Why are we fearing people? Why are we though new opportunities may be new to us, why are we fearing the opportunity? Why are we fearing people? I think the reason why we do fear opportunity is because, the opportunity is, it's new, and the opportunity is, it's not 100%, known to us, right? So it's kind of out of the blue, and we don't know how the opportunity is going to go. We don't know if it's going to be worse than our last opportunity, or if it's going to be better than our, or if it's going to be a better opportunity, right? It's one of the things we just don't know about, right? Fear. Let go of your fear. Fear is going to take away your confidence. And if you have no confidence, you cannot be the best version of yourself. You cannot be the best you and expect to be successful. You can't be successful if you live in fear. You're constantly scared, right? You will constantly not want to be your full self, to live in your full potential. Sure, if you live in fear, you won't even be able to hear God. You won't be able to do God's word, right? Do not be scared in this world. The world uses different scare tactics, right? The world tries to confuse us. Sorry, my hair is just like... Anyway, the world will try to use different scare tactics. Different scare tactics to take us off of our path, right? You cannot allow fear to dictate your path. You cannot allow fear to take over, right? Fear is one of the things to where you being scared, right? You being scared of an opportunity is what's going to limit you, right? Let me say it again. You being scared is going to limit you. Draco, how does it limit me? How does it limit me? Because if you think of basketball, right? If you train every single day, right? You train every single day, you get 1,000+ shots up, you play defense, right? You work on your defense, your lateral quickness, you work on your vertical, you work on your jump shot, you put in a lot of hours on your ball handling, your finishing, you're hitting the mic and drill, all of the and above. If you are putting all this work in, and then you get to the game and you're scared to even use it, what is the point of all the work? You're just wasting time. You're just wasting time. If you don't use what you work on, you're wasting time. And there have been many instances where that's happened to me, right? I lived in fear as far as, what coaches may do if I do, mess up, or if I do take the initiative on a certain play, or if I play outside of the play that we're supposed to run, right? I've been there before. But see, when I stopped living in fear and I just started playing, the results were way better. But then even if I did mess up, my confidence was still high, right? I still wanted to shoot my shots because I worked on these shots. I still wanted to handle the ball and make plays for my teammates because I know how to do that. If it's something you work on and you know how to do, don't worry about the outcome. Do what you know how to do, and then, the effect will be the effects, right? Then if you have to switch your play up on whatever, switch your play up. But see, if you can't walk in confidence, then what is the point of all the work? The work is for no reason. Confidence is key in this life. You see a lot of people, and not even just in the sports space, even in the business space, right? Those that have, they're entrepreneurs, they have their own business. And when they create their business, they're confident in their business. Maybe in the beginning, they came from, humble beginnings, right? They came from humble beginnings, but then again, they were confident about their brand, their product, what they're selling, right? Then they were even confident about their clientele. They're confident about their results that they get from their clients, right? Then their brand continues to keep growing. So whenever they go out and they talk about their brand, their business, and the booming of their business and their success, they're even more confident, right? Oftentimes we need to see success to find confidence. But first, you have to drop the fear. You have to drop being scared. You have to drop that mentality to where you feel like nothing's ever going to work out. You cannot be scared. You cannot be scared. Only thing you should fear is God. You cannot be scared of man's opinions. You cannot be scared of your own self. You cannot be scared of the outcomes. You just have to go. You just have to run and go and run and jump and go through walls. And you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to use your talent. You're going to have to work hard. And you're going to have to go through things. That is absolutely fine. But you cannot be scared. Do not be scared. Because if you put the work in, and you know you put the work in, and you trust yourself, that's the most important. That's the key. Trusting yourself. Obviously trusting God too, but trusting yourself. That is the most important thing you need to do, is trust yourself. Therefore, you can drop the fear. I hope you learned something. Take this video. I love you all. God bless.